Hello. This is for the mom who knows how much she has to offer and how much more she can help her family if she could just lock in. Either your first baby's on the way, you're pregnant and worried about how you're going to give your kid the future they deserve, or you're already a mom, stay at home or working, but you do not have the vehicle to build your dream life. Your work environment is toxic, you're tired of clocking in and giving the scraps to your family, or you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't want your entire identity to get lost in just being a mom and you know you have more to offer in the gifts God gave you or the transformation that you've made in your life. Well, this is how you are going to achieve the great lock-in. Before I get started with that, I just want to say there are so many things swirling around online that are going to make you resent your husband or want him to make more money and provide for all the bills, or else he's a bad husband. And you might even be on this video because you are wanting to have your own bag. But I tell you that there is so much power in the unity of your marriage. So if this is coming from a place where your heart is not fully in the right place, I do encourage you to do a heart check and pray to the Lord, whether it's his heart or your heart that needs to be changed, do it. Now, you are going to start an online business. Not only have you been feeling the nudge, girl, but you are seeing videos everywhere online about how much money you can make. And you look at them with envy, not knowing how to start or how to make it successful this time. You can do one of two things. You can do one, a low ticket digital product like a cookbook, a journal, how-to guide, weight loss guide, or a high ticket coaching program. There are pros and cons to both business models. Low ticket equals volume, right? You need volume to make the amount you really want to make. 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 20,000, 100,000 a month. But the barrier is a lot lower for a lot of people because it's a lower ticket price. And if you're talking to a cold audience, it's a lot easier for someone who doesn't know you to buy something from you that's $5 or $25 versus 3,000. And you get to build the confidence in your sales first this way, and your brand and your messaging this way. This is more of a slow burn, though. So you're going to have to put a lot of content out, a lot of content output, or spend a lot of money on ads to make this blow up fast, unless you already have a big audience. It doesn't mean that you can't be successful or make sales, but it's really going to feel really uphill for a while. And if that's the type of business you want to build, low touch, not really interacting with a lot of clients, then this business model is just fine. For more exponential growth, a high ticket coaching offer will get you money in the bank bigger and faster, but there is a lot more risk. You need to be providing 4 figures worth of value. And even if you are going to get a lot of pushback because people don't know who you are or why they should trust you, especially if you haven't had many clients before. Number two, after you create your business, right? You're figuring out which online business you're wanting to start. You've got to lock in with a personal brand as well. You have to position yourself as a leader and authority in the space for either one of these models. People have to know what you have accomplished that gives you the authority to teach them and charge them and have them trust you to get them that result. There's no getting around content in your online business, but that doesn't mean that there isn't more than one way to do it. You can become a face that people will both hate and love inevitably. You're going to get hate comments you got to push through. This has the most leverage to make you the most money later on down the road because people will know your face and associate you with your brand. So when you put out secondary offers or other things, they'll be like, oh, like for example, Shelby Sapp, right? She sells, you know her. Alex Hormozy, you know him, right? These people have personal brands, so you know them beyond just what they sell. Or number two, you can do faceless content, which does work, but it definitely takes a much longer time to build trust with a cold audience who has no reason to trust you or buy from you. But it does work. So these are the challenges you're going to face. Capital. You're going to need money to invest in a coach so that you're not swimming in the dark, wasting time and money when you could be sharpening your sales, marketing, or offer creation skills that will inevitably make you a millionaire. Ads and teams. You're going to need to run ads at some point to scale, not too soon, but eventually. There have been so many successful people that do have just themselves as their team and haven't spent a dollar, a dime, or a penny on ads. But a virtual assistant and some ads are definitely a necessity for a client-heavy, face-to-face live coaching offer, in my experience. Gear. You are not going to want to shoot on your iPhone 6 or your grandma's Android. Nobody's going to trust a word you say. You need a good quality camera where people can hear and see you clearly. Good lighting, audio, and editing software. We'll get a little bit more into that in a few minutes. These are all investments you can make to improve the quality of your content, but for now, you just need to start where you are. So, how do you actually put this all together? Well, I'm going to continue posting content here that will guide you step by step to your six-figure freedom. I truly do believe in you. So, subscribe, follow, and turn on notifications so you can build your dream life. But for right now, take out your notes app, Google Drive, journal, or anything that you have, and you're going to map out these three things. Number one, your offer. Answer this question on your Google's Drive, your Google Docs, your Notion, your notes, your journal, whatever. What transformation do I want to provide people? You're gonna want to get into depth with this. It's not gonna be like, oh, I want to coach. I want to, no, no, no. Who are you wanting to coach and why? What transformation specifically? I want to help stay-at-home moms lose 10 pounds in 2 months, right? And we'll get into how exactly to form and say your offer in terms of like algorithm and SEO in later videos. But for right now, you just want to brain dump everything you have in your mind, all the things that have been swirling around, and you don't have to land on just one, right? Maybe you're like, do I want to do cooking, weight loss, or motherhood? Write them all down, and we will narrow it down within these next coming weeks and months. So, what transformation do I want to provide people? What have I done? Parenting, marriage, friendships, certain job, a career that you've landed or you've had, weight loss, hair growth, etc., that you can teach people. What mechanisms am I going to use to teach them? And feel free to pause the video at any point, answer these questions, and come back for the next step. Are you going to do copy heavy where you post 5 to 7 second reels and talk mostly in the caption? Or are you going to do conversational content where you're talking head, a mixture of both, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok? And are you choosing the place that your audience spends a lot of their time? Now, we will get into finding your audience and market research in later videos, but for now, just answer these questions on your journal. Okay, number two, personal brand. How do I want to be known? Cozy, professional, everyday lifestyle, leadership, teacher, aspirational. And what does that really look and feel like? Think about the people that immediately popped into your mind when you're like, how do I want to be known? Is it Shelby? Is it Alex Ramosi? Is it Tabitha Brown? Is it Tori Kelly? Right? Like, what are the people that pop into mind? And start to ask yourself the questions, why? Why do I look up to this person or desire to have a page or a brand like this person? Is it because of the thing that they're doing? Is it because the money or status that they have? Is it because of their physique? Is it because of their marriage? Like, really pick out why you are admiring this person or wanting to build a brand like them so that we can figure out what really is behind the desire to build a personal brand like them. Now, what three core pillars is your content going to be around? We will get more into depth into that as well in these next coming videos, but what three core pillars is my content going to be around? God, family, fitness, singing, songwriting, and producing. Um, anxiety, healing, hormone health, and vegan meals, right? Like, and you don't have to be married to this forever, but you do want a landing board, I guess, where you can bounce off of so that you're not just posting content about whales and painting your room and your new curtains and nobody really knows who you are. Especially if you're starting out with not a lot of followers or not a following, not a brand. People are going to want to know who you are and why I want to pay attention to you. And the more consistent that your content is, the more trusting they will be because they're like, oh, this is the girl who posts about whales. This is the girl who sings. This is the girl who is funny. I don't know. So, what three core pillars is your content going to surround? And how many things have you done that you can talk about for 21 pieces of short form content in this next week? We are starting immediately. You do not have to have all the pieces to start posting content because you're going to fail, you're going to suck, and you're going to be bad for a while. And the only way to get less bad faster is for you to start right now. So, write out some brainstorm topics now. And around your three cores, right? So, I could talk about pedicures. I could talk about my nail business, my hair business. I could talk about lashes. I could talk about God. I could talk about XYZ. And then you're going to want to try and plan out 21 pieces of short form content, just like short ideas and spurts. And you can work out the scripting and the hooks and everything like that later. Now, how much capital am I working with? No. With how much capital I'm working with, what is the most realistic way to get started? Can I use friends, family, or husband's equipment? Do I need to learn some better settings on my phone camera? Do I need to shoot in the morning or afternoon if I don't have good lighting? How can I create a schedule around my current responsibilities and duties and still make time for this to work so we can have our dream life by the end of this year? Okay, so what things did you come up with? I'd love to hear your ideas below and make sure you follow along so I can see you in the next video. Bye.